name is Doublepulse, and today we're going to be testing out some PlayStation Portable emulation running on the Anbernic 34 RG34xxSP. Now, the way that this video or this live stream is going to happen is I am going to use this as kind of a testing grounds to test out various PSP titles, and then later on I'm going to turn these into, say, YouTube shorts and kind of give you guys the idea as to what you can do and without. Hopefully, I am actually live. And when I mean live, I'm kind of hoping that my audio is coming through. So before we do that, I'm going to get everything set up. Just want to check to see if I am actually having my audio being played properly. And then once that is good, I am gold. So we're gonna test this out here in a minute. I just want to make sure my audio is coming out. So going to my YouTube channel. And you know, when you're live streaming on the phone, you can't really check to see how your audio is. It's not like you can watch your live stream on things. So, and you know, when you're live streaming, yeah, it looks okay. You can't really check to see how your audio is. It's not like you can watch your live stream on things. Yeah, you can live stream. Okay, cool. And you know, when you're live streaming, yeah. All right, cool. Then we're good. We're set. We are set. Meaning, I got my microphone. I have two different microphones here. I'm going to try to keep the volume at a respectable level, but what we're going to do is I'm going to just play each game for about 10-15 minutes, and then actually what I'll do while I'm at it, because I am in the process of getting this kind of set up, I'm going to do a sort of like a video script, because I wrote out a script for this. This was originally going to be a YouTube video, but then I started doing a bunch of shorts for it that were more like ASMR-ish, not too heavy. But I don't even really want to have this be a very lengthy live stream. I just want to be very straightforward, get to the point, and play various titles. So I'm giving it a couple minutes. That way people can kind of show up. And then from here on out, we're going to start the video. But I'm going to run through my intro. We're doing the video live. So this is more or less an experimental thing for even me, because I don't typically do videos live. I prefer to have them not per se rehearsed, but more or less just a little bit more planned out in advance. So what I'm going to do is this live stream will likely go private, or it could stay public. It'll get private, edited, and whatever, and then it'll be back up and running. Yo, what up, Bandits Best? You know you have to change the brightness levels. Yes, I do. I know how to change the brightness on mine, but I don't know how to change the brightness on yours. So let me take a look at something, and then I could probably help you with that real fast. The brightness levels. So when you, depending on if you're playing around with something like this, yeah. I know how. I want to keep them bright for this screen, though, if I can. So, but yeah, I will probably change the brightness levels for sure. Like this little display, even though it's not an OLED, like an AMOLED display, this little thing is really, this thing is really good. Like, I don't know what the battery life is. You know, I've had this thing for several months, and I'll be honest, I don't even know what the average battery life is. It's said about 4 to 6 hours, but I don't know if what affects the battery life the most. The brightness, the games. I know that if you're trying to run PSP emulation, you're probably going to get about 2 hours max. But I will turn this thing off and I will close it and I'll wake up and it dies. I tend to try and keep my brightness level on 5 or 6, but I think for the sake of just demonstration, I'm just going to keep it on 8. But you're right. Maybe the brightness for that will probably be better. But yeah, that's generally how it goes. So give me 1 second because... All right, there we go. So I'm going to run through this real fast. So let me just get this started. So today we are showcasing a variety of different PSP games running on the Anbernic RG34xxSP to get an idea how well this little Game Boy clamshell handles it all. Now, from my personal experience, PSP has been one of the consoles that I have had questionable experience on when it comes to performance. So pretty much in this case, in each of the games, you'll be able to see its frame rate. You'll see each title running using PPSSP, and then you'll also see the options for upscale resolution and other graphical enhancements. So with further ado, let's see if this Anbernic RG34xSP can handle PSP, or should you look elsewhere for PSP emulation? So in order to boot up any sort of PSP ones, I've got a variety of different titles here that I'm going to be testing out. First off, we're going to start with something a little bit more like easier to manage. Lately, one of the ones that I have checked out was let's go with Chinatown Wars, because Chinatown Wars is actually probably one of the more notable PSP titles besides Vice City Stories and Chinatown and Liberty City. I've actually tried Vice City Stories and Liberty Cities, and they don't actually work very well on here, sadly. But it's all hit or miss. But basically the idea here is to get sort of gameplay testing for all of these, and then I want to use these as either individual videos or just kind of have a long form video on this. So I would say that Chinatown Wars runs relatively well. You could probably play this at 1 or 2x resolution and be perfectly fine. I wouldn't push this to 3 or 4. But let me start the mission. What does the email say? From Woo Kenny, visit me soon. I'm sorry if our meeting was a little tense. I miss your father dearly. He was like a brother to me. In fact, he was a brother to me. My grief often gets the better of me, and I find myself acting inappropriately. Please forgive me, nephew. I hope you like your apartment, but don't get too comfortable. I need to speak with you about something as soon as possible. Yours, Uncle Kenny. Well, I already know that, like, I remember when I first played this, I was like, how sketchy is your uncle? And I was like, nah. And then if you play this game and you know the story, you're pretty much very on point. Hello there. Phoenix Hill. All right, the GPS application. Navigate it to your next location. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on a Anbernic RG34xxSP. This is basically like a little Game Boy emulator thing, and pretty much just a retro pocket handheld. All right. Pinpoint interest. Yeah, point of interest. There we go. Let's see what's up. What the fuck are you doing in Kenny's car? I'm his nephew, Hung Lee. Who the fuck are you? Oh, you're the rich pig from Hong Kong who lost the sword. Yeah. Yeah, funny. I'm Leon Ching. I don't even know what her name was. I can't even read the text right now. Get us out alive, Hong, and I'll marry you. Oh, jeez. These cops. I just want to, like, ram into them, but I'm going to have to, like, move around. Yeah, I think I failed. This car is already in smokes. Oh, jeez. Move! Yeah, this car is just all in smokes right now. I'd be super shocked right now if, like, by them smashing into themselves, they're what caused my my wanted level to go down. Yeah. Let's see. I feel like I gotta drive really freaking slow right now. Any hit. Bro, the traffic is just so dense right now. All I gotta do is just make it to the marker without my car catching on fire, and I am good. There we go. Sweet. So to kind of give you guys a demonstration really quickly before we exit this game, here are some of the settings to take in mind. I'm right now running this on 1x PSP resolution. You could probably push this up to 2 if you're really willing to, but you may end up getting some performance drops. But typically for this type of title, you can safely play this at 1 to 2x resolution at 30 frames per second, and you won't run into any issues whatsoever. So what we're going to do is, since we've got that game pretty much set, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a save state, and we're going to jump right into our next title. If there are any other particular titles that you want me to check out, definitely let me know. I'll check to see if I have it, but in most cases, I haven't loaded all of them, but I have a good idea as to like what type of titles I've been meaning to play. I've already demonstrated the Warriors, but I might demonstrate it one more time. So right now, let's see. Liberty City Stories. I can do Liberty City Stories. I can do Vice City Stories. Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories don't really run as well as I want. We can try Driver 76. I actually have one I can check out really quickly. Let's check out Sonic Rivals. That's something I actually haven't checked yet. I'm not trying to connect to the internet. I'm trying to play single player. There we go. See, a frame rate so far for this one is not very good. As you see, this game is running at 15 frames per second. Now, there's a good chance as to why that probably is, but I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So if you go here, if you go into the settings, yeah, it's because I'm probably running this on 2x resolution, but even sometimes it's just not even gonna matter. But yeah, this sounds like that's gonna be more like it. There we go, much better. Thing is, I've never personally played Sonic Rivals. Sonic Rivals was one of those PSP titles that I completely skipped over. Now, I'm mildly a Sonic fan, but I'm not like, like a die-hard Sonic fan. I kind of stopped paying attention to Sonic in the long run after Sonic Adventure 2 and some of the other ones. However, I will say one of the Sonic games that I actually wanted to play more of, even though I know it's probably not the best one, is Sonic Unleashed. So I want to definitely check out Sonic Unleashed at some point, but it's been so long since I played a proper Sonic game. Wow, I actually lost. That's good to know. Try one more time. I didn't even realize this was a race the entire time. An ice cube there? Come on, get ahead. Almost there. Gotta push forward, basically. I see. But after this, I'll probably change games. Oh my lord. I failed. I fell. I wouldn't be shocked if he won. Oh, okay, of course. Well, it was worth a shot. All right. That was Sonic Rivals. Runs relatively okay for the system. I will say that that one's definitely playable for sure. Now I want to show you one that's not so playable. And it's going to kind of make you sad. Because, I mean, maybe there's ways around it to get it running, and I just haven't been able to find out. But to kind of give you an idea, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories on this device, same with the Liberty City Stories, kind of pushes this one a little bit to its limits, which is a little sad given the fact that this is one of the more popular GTA games on PSP. But I'm also not entirely sure what resolution it runs at. So what we're going to do first off is do I even have I thought I had a
listen, if plans change, I'll let you know.
I thought I had a save state already on here, but to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about, let's get right into it. So First off, we have our settings. We're going to change our settings because I'm going to be honest with you. The settings by default, I think, try and go for 2x. This game can't handle 2x, sadly. If it handles 1x, I'll be super shocked about it.
Close your eyes.
Let me do...
This is Tito Puente.
Yeah. Let me turn the radio off. Are you playing GTA? No, this is Vice City Stories. I wish, dude, if this was San Andreas on this thing, that would be absolutely amazing. But this is Vice City Stories. And I'm trying to see how well each of these titles run on this device. It starts out good, but I can promise you the frame rate does not hold very long at 30. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the resolution the entire time. We'll find out. Yep, right there. Other areas tend to spike.
Sent you. Say, Jerry. Sergeant Martinez. Sure. Come with me, soldier. I've got something for your boss. Man, life's been good to you. Come on, let's take a ride.
Let's take a ride.
Stuff. Tell him my cut goes up next time. Vice City's getting too peligroso for us freelancers. Speaking of which, we've got company. Grab that gun and take them out. Abandoned ship.
What happened? Wow. Well, that's sad. That's sad. I didn't even get a chance to get out of the water.
Listen.
Oh, that is horrible. That is sad. Completely owned. There we go. I don't want the radio on just because of copyright. I'm already worried that this stream will probably get just claimed because of the 15 seconds of song that's used. I did a short earlier on Def Jam it was Def Jam Fight for New York, and what had happened was, as just I was about to upload it, and it says copyright blocked everywhere because I forgot to turn the music off. UMG does not play around. So that's one of the biggest concerns that I have to worry about. But as you guys can see, frame rate's not very, it's not perfect. It's not good. There's a lot of spikes, but I would say, is it playable? It depends. I would give this a 6 out of 10. It's not completely unplayable, but it's also not playable entirely.
let's just run away. You're gonna be my freelancer.
All right, cool. I think we'll put a save state on this. I may come back to this at a later date, but I think for the most part, that one is I will complete that and just say, was it a success? That one is a little bit rough on the edges for sure. Let's see what else I got. I can promise you that one game that does not run at all, I tried already, was Metal Gear Peace Walker. Sadly, Metal Gear Peace Walker does not work at all. One of the other main concerns that you'll have when it comes to a lot of these PSP games isn't necessarily just frame rates, but just some of the flickering and stuff like that, especially if you're changing settings and, you know, messing with them. God of War Chain Olympus? Maybe I tried God of War Chain of Olympus. I haven't tried that one out yet. Sure. So we'll check that one out.
Suffering for years, Kratos, the once great general, now known as the Ghost of Sparta, had pledged himself as a champion to the gods of Olympus. In return, he hoped only to rid himself of the nightmares that haunted him for far too long. But for now, his only respite, his only relief from the sins of his past, was found in the heat of battle. And on this day, Kratos had been called upon by the gods to confront an unthinkable evil unleashed on the city of Attica by the invading Persian army.
There we go. Boom. Yeah, as you see, This game's frame rate's a little off too. It's not horrible, but it's also not like it's not the best either. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, Victor. I didn't press it fast enough. All right. Oh man. Big old, this dude right here is just like absolutely insane. His health actually increased by not hitting the, by not getting that quick time event properly set. All right, I got him this time. Dead. What? Oh, wow. I know what happened. There we go. To be fair, this game on the PSP is pretty impressive back then. So, I remember playing it back when this came out, but I never really paid attention as to how much was going on. But now that looking at it again, this is pretty impressive for PSP. All right. Well, before I get too immersed into this, we'll check out some other titles. This is God of War: Chain of Olympus. I actually think this one, even though it's not the best frame rate, I will say it's at least playable. So it's definitely not it's not the worst, but it's also definitely like right in the middle. So I'll say this one is about like you could probably play it, but don't expect like huge performance. What's the next one that I want to test out? Let's see. I'll probably test out Kingdom Hearts here in a few minutes, but there's a lot of titles that I have on here, and not all of them are gonna work. But let's try out Def Jam. Def Jam Fight for New York. So this one, I will say, this is very playable. So if you like fighting games are typically one of the few things on here that is very much worth checking out. If you happen to want to play this on a Game Boy and don't have to worry about playing this on anything else. But depending if I have the music, I have to either quickly decide if I gotta turn it off or shut the audio out. So gonna turn that music down so I don't get dinged. But to sort of sum it up, I probably may not test this one out very long. This one, typical fighting game. I never played Def Jam. I never was into it when I was a kid. But coming back to it, I actually can see this one pretty enjoyable. I recently got back into fighting games, so somebody who hasn't played fighting games in a long time, when I play this, like, okay, I can get into this one. Yeah. What handheld did you end up picking up? I'm very curious because there's so many out there, and you gotta kind of be, I don't want to say careful, but you kind of, if you want to look at you gotta do a little bit of research depending on what you're looking at emulating and playing. Like, this little thing can handle PSP, but that's probably, like, at its core, it's not the best. This handles Dreamcast relatively well, which I'll probably do a different video discussing Dreamcast. So yeah, this is a Def Jam Fight for New York. What is it called? I don't know. The Fight of something. Yeah, the Takeover. I have no idea, but that runs actually relatively well. I already did a test on it, but I'm not going to test it and risk at this channel. This video gets dinged because last thing I need to do is have the audio be all messed up. So we'll go with something else. Pac-Man. Pac-Man's got to be playable, right? Pac-Man Championship Edition. That's cool. The RG34xxSP. I'll have to look into it. I mean, the one that I've got my eyes on, believe it or not, is actually the Iron Thor. Like, I want to get the Iron Thor, but at the same time, I don't know if I feel like I want to deal with all like the quirks of Android. It's not that I can't do it. I'll happily set everything up via Android, but with this one, it runs Linux, so it's like everything was set right out of the box. But let me launch a couple others. So let's see another one I would check out. Manhunt. I don't know. Maybe Manhunt might work. Let's try Lego Star Wars 2. Lego Star Wars is going to work for sure. Okay. I mean, I would just follow guides. You have a hard time. It's really a hard time like actually doing anything wrong. But I'm gonna set this up, try this out. So, oh. All right. All right. This is another one I probably should have been a little bit more leery about testing just because of the music, but I might have to shut the music off. I don't even know where the mission's at. Oh, I haven't really like touched Lego Star Wars in forever, so I need to find out where the missions are at. Interesting. Okay, hints, characters. What other hints? Yeah. I haven't even actually like played. I don't even never remember playing this. Yeah, I don't know where the hell I'm going. Probably over here. I wish. See, the very end Crisis, that would be crazy. Can it run Crisis? The world may never know. Wouldn't that be shocked that this little Game Boy can run Crisis? I don't even know where. I know there's usually like with these titles, there's a usually a world selection. I'm just trying to find it. No, they're not over here. Okay. I am trying to go to wireless. So there is actually one thing I will say. If you get two of these handhelds, you're actually capable of playing multiplayer. So for instance, if you own one of these and you have a friend that owns one of these, you can actually connect them locally to each other and play various titles together. So I'm very curious to see if you could, in theory, play. Yeah, I'll be honest. I really don't know where the hell I'm going. I haven't played.
Now playing Same Girl.
No. Why is my something's trying to start? No, I don't want to play that. Okay. Yeah. That's so weird. All right. Well, we'll exit this one. I don't even want to play it, to be honest with you. Let's check something else out. Crazy Taxi? Nah. What else is there? Maybe Manhunt. I can show you guys Manhunt. Or Kenka's back. Or yeah, Kenka Bancho. This is another game that I played quite extensively, and it also runs very well on here. So if you ever want to like get into beat 'em ups, this is one that I thought was pretty cool. Nice. All right, where are we at? So this is the end. Ah, I love taking hot baths in the afternoon. Oh. You're that guy who made a commotion at the station. You know about me? It's intel. I'm just saying, sounds familiar. Don't want to piss him off. All right, I'm skipping all this. There we go. There we go. Let's go out. I'll just go out to the city hall. I do have. I have a few. I have a Steam Deck. I'll definitely be playing some more on that pretty soon. I got that, and I got the Switch too, and some other handhelds. But I'm planning on exploring more other retro stuff like this pretty soon. Kind of the direction as to where I'm looking at. All right, I want to go over to the city. Yeah, I'll go here. No, I don't want to change my fighting style yet. But as of now, I don't really have like a whole bunch of different handhelds. Well, that's a lie. I have this. I've got a 3DS. I used to have a PlayStation Vita. I mean, I do, but it doesn't work right now. What I would like to do is try the Iron Thor and some of the other flip devices. I'm looking for something that at least plays PS2. Something that's pocketable. Maybe handles some PC stuff, but I'm more aiming for... There we go. Beat him up. And then after that, I'm going to change games. What's the battery life on the retro, on the flip? Like, all right, we're done with this. We're gonna save, and then we'll switch to something else. I have many. I've got all the Game Boy Advance ones. I plan to do more with that later. I have like a whole bunch of, like, a huge collection, but the idea is to get something that is just mostly handles all the emulation I have. I almost want to do the Iron Thor or something that's got dual screens for the possibility of doing DS and 3DS, but I have to decide if that's something I want to go with at the moment. But because I see people playing the Thor, and I'm like, ooh, that's like really clean. But I have to decide, do I want the base? Do I want the Pro? Do I want the Max? I feel like the Max is kind of overkill for like just emulation, but it opens up the possibility of, like, if you ever want to play, you know, PC games. Because my Steam Deck, granted, I like it. I have the old 64 gigabyte model, and I'm like really worried of just tearing that down and putting like an internal drive into it. I have an SD card, but the internal drive is very 64 gigabytes doesn't give you much, but emulation, I don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, PS2 is pretty light. GameCube, that's another one I want to hit. But what else do I have? I have like an extensive list on here. Let's try Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. That's one I haven't actually tried yet. What I'm going to do is I want to get at least 12 to 15 different titles, because this stream is going to probably be split up into a YouTube short. You'll notice that I'm doing a lot of YouTube shorts on this device to sort of maximize the potential on it. And then I'll probably end up using the ad revenue to buy something else. Just get right back into it. Pretty much the ad revenue will cover part of it, and then I don't know how much that's going to be, but you never know. I don't have a save state on here, so. But yeah, either which one, I'll definitely look into one of those, because I don't take my Steam Deck anywhere with me, and nor do I really want to carry a big handheld if I can just have something pocketable.
I swear, Clank, I'm done with all that hero stuff. Now let somebody else save the universe. I need a little me time.
If there is trouble, then it is our duty to ensure that...
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Press the L button and R button at the same time to crouch. Press the X button while crouching to do a high jump.
There we go. Open this gate up.
Press L button and R button and the X button while running to do a press select to enter first person mode. Aim and fire the target on the gate to open it.
Okay. I guess I gotta...
Press select to enter first person mode. Aim and
Alright.
fire the target on the
I
gate
get
to
it, I
open
get it. Alright, that's clearly not what you're supposed to do. There. What are the settings? Okay, this is 1x. Let's see if we can push this to 2x. I doubt it. Oh, you can push it to 2x. You'd able to push this one to 2x for sure. Oh, wow. God. Oh. What am I doing wrong? Oh, there we go. Except... Yeah, the problem with a device like this playing PSP is that you have to really scrunch your hands up sometimes to hit the analog. Having the device be just a tad bit bigger would be so much more effective. So, with Ratchet and Clank, you can definitely run this at 1x resolution, which is probably fine. But push it to 2x and you are looking for... It's gonna not as be as, like, ideal. Let's see. I was just there. Wow. That being said, I could see myself probably playing this game.
And R button at the same time to crouch. Press the X button.
All right. Well, as you see, we're done with this one. There's a huge list. It's like, I think when I got this set up, how many PSP games was I going through? I wasn't gonna go through all of them today, but it got me thinking. I'm like, man. I also have the other ones that I also have on here is Dreamcast, so I'll probably do a different one specifically on Dreamcast. But yeah. What else do I will I try Phantasy Star Portable? I think Phantasy Star Portable will definitely work. Spider-Man 2, this one was okay. Ran a little rough around the edges. Godfather: The Mob Wars is a hit or miss. Like, it plays, but Godfather: The Mob Wars is more or less like I don't know. I don't even know if I did a test on this one yet. I mean, I know I tested it. I don't know if I uploaded it. So. The thing with Godfather Mob Wars is I remember when I played this on PS2, the PSP version really watered down everything. It was like they stripped out the entire open world element, made it where you don't drive cars, and all of the actions are basically level based. So everything's level based in Mob Wars. I don't really want to follow him. Well, I gotta follow him, damn. Sometimes when you're following these people in these games, they walk way too slow and you can just go ahead of them and you're like, I know where you're going.
Follow me. It's for your own good. This ain't no weapon like from your Army Boy days, but it'll do the job. Come on, let's see what you can do.
Hey, thanks.
It's a loud one. Scares away curious people. Can't be traced either.
All right.
Give that dummy a few slugs to the chest. What if your target's wearing a vest? Then you gotta aim for an arm or a leg. See?
The right shoulder, the knees.
Okay, tough guy.
There we go.
Take him down.
quickly press and hold and then fire when switched. Oh. There we go. Such a odd control.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up down there! Goddamn thugs!
All right, there we go. Mission complete.
It's a secret. We're the only ones who know, so let's keep it that way. Don Corleone wants me to act like I'm unhappy here and make peace with Sollozzo so I can get on the inside.
Yep.
There's an alley over there. We can keep an eye on the beat. If anything happens, get out of there fast and find Monk.
Io capito che non sei contento chiudere con la famiglia Corleone. Capace che vuoi cambiare. Ti vuoi mettere con me?
Pas des en avant.
$50.000 dal principio.
Va bene.
D'accordo. Va bene?
I forgot. I think I remember this. Yeah, I already completed this part once before.
Grazie.
All right, we're done with this one. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the gist of that one. To sort of break it down, I think what else do I got? Because I'm probably gonna end it. I'm probably gonna end it here in a few minutes. Let's see. Nah, I think I'm pretty much gonna end the stream. I didn't want this to be super long. I wanted this to only be around an hour. So that way if people want to come in and rewatch it while I set everything else up, that's fine. But there's plenty of titles that I have, Tenchu, Siphon Filter, that I still need to test. But to kind of give you an idea, PlayStation does work on here. PSP does work. I just wouldn't necessarily say it's all that perfect. So I'm going to do the closing of my video, and then I'll probably stitch this together later. So, yep. There you have it. PSP running on the Anbernic RG34xxSP. I would definitely say that the results vary from title to title. And I know that there's plenty of games to test, but I wanted to just quickly demonstrate some of the popular ones, along with some hidden gems. Do believe that the 2 gigabytes of RAM of this system is the culprit that holds some of these titles back, and then the battery life may also suffer a bit, because this system generally offers you about anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, and this is probably going to be on the smaller end of the spectrum, along with Dreamcast. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. So let me know in the comments if there's any other games you'd like to see tested, and I will consider testing these in a separate video. But appreciate you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. We will come back at a later date to toy around with some other titles, such as maybe Dreamcast and 64, until I get a different type of handheld to experiment with. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for everybody that stopped by, and I will talk to you guys later.